Okay, welcome to Thunderstone Advanced Numenera. In this series of videos I'm going to dive into the game. I read the rules yesterday and I also rewatched some old videos from Thunderstone Advanced, some other type. There are different uh, games that all are called Thunderstone Advance. There is Towers of Ruin from 2012, Numenera from 2013, that's this one, Worlds Collide from 2014, Caverns of Bane and Root of Corruption, Into the Abyss. Because there are not so many videos about Numenera, I decided to take a look. This has been for a long time on my radar because I watched some playthroughs of Paul Darcy, some kind of YouTube influencer, and he cost me 40 euros for buying this game. Let's see what people say about, well, Americans mostly. Way too many turns, where my best choice was to discard and wait, hope for a better hand. No good way to shed cards. Buying wasn't even a good option. Try the game once, you get a chance. It's rated 7.3, and the most returning critic is that there are not many synergies, and there is a downtime for multiplayer. What else do they say? Slow startup, and yeah, so let's see if that is true. So I bought this. I was looking for this specific version because of Numenera. Numenera is an RPG system that you play with people, and I was interested in getting a taste of Numenera. It's theories about that you play on a world that is quite old and eight or civilizations have come and gone. So you find all these mysterious remnants. So that's I found that interesting. This game is pretty cheap. You can buy it for 30 to 40 euros, and you can sell it again for 30 to 40 euros, provided it is complete. The most missing part is the D20. This version is complete, but you don't have much of a financial risk if you decide to take a look and buy this game. It's not that available, so if provided you're not in a hurry, then you can find a good price for it. So as the game writes here, you can play for 1 to 5 players. I'm going to focus on the solo mode with a few words on the multiplayer. Multiplayer is just like in solo mode, but you play in turns, of course, during a single round, clockwise order, and you try to beat monsters in a dungeon, just like in the solo version. But you want to take a look also at your fellow heroes who are your competition. So you gain if the game ends with the game losing against the players, then the player who gained the most points is the winner. And for solo, you don't have that risk that some tasty little monster gets snatched away from you, but also you don't have to wait for other people for their turns. So let's discuss the setup and tear down, and then I'll jump into the game modes to see if there is a replay variability. What I did first was download and print the FAQ version 1.1 because it goes into a lot of detail. I mean the rulebook goes into a lot of detail, and one of the things that you need is that there are little plastic candy things called ciphers, blue, grey, green, orange, red and yellow, and there is no QRC page. Oh, I had it already here, so I can keep the FAQ as it was. So the blue are if you defeat a monster, you draw a cipher from the bag, and it can be one of these colors, and they each color has a certain meaning, but you can also spend them to upgrade your cards. So there are two ways to set up the board. I think I already showed this. This is called the dungeon hall, but there is also the wilderness. Let's show it like this. And the wilderness has a curse deck, dungeon deck, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And the dungeon side has curse deck, dungeon deck, and 1, 2, 3. So I think the tutorial way to play. Let me put these aside. The first game would be the dungeon hall. So you have to make sure that you use the correct board side. Okay. I think I have to zoom out a little, but not too much because you can't see them, the cards. I mean, you can see them, but you can't read them. Something like this. Yeah, okay. I think I get an idea why there are not many videos about this game. Okay. So the setup is according to randomizers. You have a monster randomizer. This is all cards with the title a monster randomizer. By the way, these are all linen finish, so it's excellent quality. The monster randomizer you will go into later into detail about, but they set up the monsters. The monsters are a single tier deck, which I'm going to change into a multi-tiered deck. with level 1, level 2, level 3 monsters, and every turn you fill up the ranks from 3 to 1, and if all the ranks are full and the rank 1 needs to go outside, it will attack the village. So you are actually like a mercenary that tries to defend the village by taking the battle to the monsters. So the monster randomizer gives variability on how the deck of monsters is set up. Then there is the hero randomizer, which I labeled number 2 for solo order. That sets up the available heroes. So what is available is different from game to game. Then there is the village randomizer. This algorithm or recipe sets up the various villager. There's also a villager below. I'm not really sure what this does, but you place them and then you follow the instructions. Now for multiplayer, everybody gets their own deck of starter cards. So assuming that you have set this up in advance, every deck is the same. 6 regular, 2 long spear, 2 thunderstone shard, and 2 torch. So these 12 cards get handed to each player, and after shuffling, every player can process their own randomizer. So that would speed up the game a little bit for multiplayer, but then you have to wait your turns, of course. For tear down, the most once you set up decks of cards to populate the village, you